Breaking news! An attempt on John Haythorne's life has raised security concerns for the controversial speaker's upcoming New York appearance. Is Vindicta executing individuals with alarming frequency? Yes. Are people strangely okay with it? Absolutely.
So in my last Deadlock lore video, I covered great talent in the Baxter Society. In that video, I briefly touched upon a very xenophobic organization known as the Friends of Humanity. So I thought it would be really fitting to continue talking about them through another character who has immense beef with them. You either love playing her or you hate laning against her. Our very own spectral sniper, Vindicta. One of the most underrated things I enjoy about the world of Deadlock is how they have creatively incorporated real-life historical people, places, and events. Take, for example, I think it's really fun that we have a few references to some iconic basketball teams.
First, I saw him in a god, then I watched the Knickerbockers destroy the Celtics.
The Knickerbockers' losing streak continues after a humiliating defeat to the Celtics. In unrelated news, no one likes the Celtics.
I mean, the game is set in New York, so a little nod to the Knicks is a great touch. Also, I'm sure the Oracle would agree with me, but the Celtics. But how convenient that we're bringing up a team from Massachusetts, because there is a specific historical event that really takes our story for a spin, and technically is one of the earliest lore happenings of our entire branching story. You may know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to Vindicta, but I am referencing the Salem Witch Trials. So I'm going to give a quick 1-minute history lesson. What you need to know about the Salem Witch Trials is that it happened in a colonial town in Massachusetts known as Salem Village between the years 1692 and 1693. Mass hysteria was being spread of people being accused of witchcraft. You see, trying to get through in what was a highly religious Puritan society ended with odd behaviors and happenings being pinned as evil spiritual forces that were coming from these people that were accused. People claimed that they were seeing ghosts, their crops were doing poor, or that they had suddenly gotten sick and sometimes died because of witches. And this led to, well, a witch hunt of majority innocent women and girls being put on trial for accusations of having spiritual powers, and then eventually, and unfortunately, their executions. Now, bringing it back to our wonderful game and our hero Vindicta, you see, our ghost friend isn't just any ghost. Canonically in Deadlock, Vindicta was one of the very people condemned during the Salem Witch Trials.
I was a child when they unjustly condemned me, powerless in every sense of the word. But now, in death, I've become all that they feared and more.
And remember the leader of the Friends of Humanity, John Haythorne? Well, this guy is the descendant of the real John Haythorne, sometimes known as John Hawthorne. Historically, John Haythorne I was the magistrate responsible for brutally questioning those put on trial to a point where they could not escape being pinned as guilty. And therefore, this man was responsible for Vindicta's execution when she was a human. Vindicta's unjust execution would not be her only time on this earth though. From an excerpt of her bio, Vindicta got a second chance of life when her spirit was brought back to the mortal plane during the first Maelstrom, the event that introduced the supernatural to the public at large. After around 200 years since her death, Vindicta had been given another chance at life as a ghost, and the only thing on her mind was sweet revenge. And this isn't just your average one and done revenge. Vindicta is on some true hater shit. Obviously, the very first John Haythorne has been long gone, but his descendants live on, carrying his very name. Besides the Friends of Humanity organization, Vindicta is actively trying to eliminate a whole bloodline.
I'm not a witch. Witches are people. They have wants and dreams. All I have is revenge, and the undying will to see it through. Billy, you scream of the ills of the world, but do nothing to change them.
Lady, I wake people up, I speak truth to power. What the hell do you do other than walk around Central Park barefoot?
I'm systematically murdering the bloodline of a judge that used his power to sentence innocent women to death. And in the process, am dismantling an extremist neo-political movement. But do tell me about how important your soapbox is.
The ritual start.
Indeed.
I really enjoy that interaction between Billy and Vindicta because, as we know, Billy's a big talker and he talks a lot of smack about taking the fight up to the big man. So it's hilarious to see him back down from Vindicta because she's walking her talk. But anyways, as the Oracle noted earlier in the intro, Vindicta has already made an assassination attempt against John Haythorne Jr. Additionally though, she's noted in a conversation with Holiday that she's also shot at Haythorne's brother.
How good are you at hitting moving targets?
I shot Haythorne's brother while he was day drinking on a speedboat.
I'm gonna pretend that was a joke.
It was not.
I've talked a lot about John Haythorne and the Friends of Humanity already, but at the same time, I just want to note that we don't actually have too much information about these people other than from our heroes. And I only note that because while Vindicta is on her warpath, there are many implications that the Friends of Humanity are quite the force to be reckoned with.
I'd quit while I was ahead.
What?
I'd quit while I was ahead.
What are you going on about?
Your war with the Friends of Humanity. Martyring John Haythorne will galvanize them.
And when the next snake appears, I'll chop off its head too.
And the one after that?
I'm dead, Hayes. I have all the time in the world.
Maybe to play devil's advocate a little bit, you can argue that this is a very one-sided view of the Friends of Humanity, because how biased of a source is a literal spirit of vengeance? Truth be told, as problematic as Vindicta, Grey Talon, and the story implies that the Friends of Humanity are, I still really do hope that we get a hero associated with them. I'd love to put a face to the people Vindicta has her literal sniper sights on, so hopefully in time Valve is able to fill in all these gaps for us. But the hero we do have information on is Vindicta, and many heroes weigh in on their perception of her, most notably through her kill lines of her, which we can see through Calvin, Page, and Warden.
Your cause is just, Vindicta, but your methods...
I don't blame her for what she's doing, but she needed to be stopped.
Your vengeance is justified, Vindicta, but your time has long since passed.
It's very interesting as many of these heroes validate Vindicta's backstory, but while some condemned her cause, others are chill or even respect what she's doing.
Heard you're the one taking out the Friends of Humanity.
Let's say that's true. How do you feel about it?
I ain't losing sleep.
But at the end of the day, my personal guess is that no matter who you are, you probably don't want the looming danger of a blue ghost sniping you from 3 blocks down the street. But at the very least, all these heroes seem pretty sympathetic to her trauma. Vindicta herself even acknowledges that her methods are a bit intense, but the thing is, she truly feels that she is saving people.
I don't have the luxury of morality. There are lives at stake. I'll make the world a better place, one body at a time.
And that, folks, is the gist of our spooky sniping specter. I thought Vindicta would be a very fitting character to dive into during the month of October, so here we are, and I honestly am so impressed with the narrative and character design of this game, so I really hope that you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have. Thank you for watching, and also thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I know it doesn't seem like that big of a number, especially in the big 2025, but to me it's proof that I can stay consistent with something I really care about, and I also really enjoy sharing my interests with other people. So every little bit helps, so please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will hopefully see you at my next goal of 1,000 subs. But anyways, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video, and so I will leave you with this beautiful interaction between Grey Talon and Vindicta. Peace.
Wesley, I just wanted you to know that if I had a father like you, I don't think I would have died.
You deserved better. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got to meet you.